here to Sports Time HQ. I am your host, Fernando. Joining with me today is my great co-host, Gary.
What up? What up?
I'm having some technical buffers, but it doesn't look like Gary is. I guess it's just me. But we're just going to keep the show rolling, see how it goes. Great connection for Denmark and the Boofu Wi-Fi, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Gary, we got some good news to talk about today regarding your Cleveland Browns. Now, as much as I want to dive straight into it, we're going to save it for one of the last news that we're going to talk about in this week's show. First off, we'll dive right into the news and notes. First off, for some retirement news, quarterback Patrick Peterson, he is planning to retire with the Cardinals after 13 seasons. If I'm correct, he's probably going to sign like a one-day contract or whatnot. 8-time Pro Bowl player, selected number 5 overall by the Cardinals. I mean, he was a great cornerback. Don't get me wrong, 8-time Super Bowl, 8-time Pro Bowl.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was a period of time where he was just absolutely shut down. His side of the field was never going to get the ball thrown to. And congrats to him on a great career. Congrats on retirement. Yeah, Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we can say about him. Some not so interesting news is the Seahawks. They've agreed on terms to bring back Drew Lock. Gary, what do you think? He's locked in for the number 1 job, no?
No, I mean, I guess I don't even know what to say, honestly. It didn't really make sense to me when I first saw it. I'm not going to act like it makes sense now. It's Drew Lock, so there's not much that needs to be said.
Yeah, I mean, at one point he was talked about with the Broncos, and he just didn't have a career that he wanted, and now he's locked in for the backup role. It's really what it is.
Pretty much.
Let's go into, there's 2 set of notes that are pretty big. Let's first start with Saints quarterback Derek Carr. He's dealing with a shoulder injury, and this is actually jeopardizing his 2025 season, which means he could miss the whole 2025 season. So just when you think, Saints fans, something more wrong can go more wrong, it has gone probably more wrong. But it could work out in your favor, because I think now, if it is determined before the draft starts that he cannot go, I think the Saints have a high chance of probably getting a quarterback within the first 1 or 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to bring up. I think it's a big thing to keep an eye on, because I feel like the 9 pick just is like up in the air right now. Are the Saints going to take Shedeur or trade back for another quarterback? Or, are they going to take a wide receiver in that spot? If Tanner McMillan's there, they could definitely take a stab at him. It's definitely one of the most critical picks, I think, that I'm going to be keeping an eye on, especially because I want Shedeur to Cleveland. And I feel like after him, there's not really a team that I'm nervous might pick him outside of Pittsburgh at 21. So that's definitely a key situation to keep an eye on.
Now, obviously, the Saints, they hold that number 9 pick. Do you think that they would draft as high as 9? Maybe not for Shedeur, but Jackson Dart.
That would be a surprise, to be honest with you. I don't think they would do that. I think, for the most part, if they ought to draft a quarterback, it would be Shedeur, because I think now, at this point in time where we are in the draft, I think he's being seen as the unanimous second best quarterback in this class, at least for most teams. So, but it would definitely be a surprise. It would for sure be like a Michael Penix Jr. situation, except like they would be a team that might take a quarterback, unlike the Falcons last year, where absolutely nobody expected that at all. So
Yeah, which is crazy. What I mean, that was the craziest moment of last year's draft, which we could see at number 9. But then again, we also have 21 with the Steelers, who don't have a quarterback. Which, Gary, to think that we're like 2 weeks away from the draft, less than 2 weeks away, and they're still quarterbackless. And they don't have Justin Fields to rely on. They don't have Russell Wilson to rely on. They both have different teams, and I don't even know who is currently their starting quarterback. Do you know?
Didn't they bring back Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, I think
Or
Rudolph is the guy.
if I had, I think they brought him back. So if I had to guess, it would be him.
Yeah, if I am also correct on what you're saying, Rudolph is currently the number 1 quarterback
Yeah,
on the depth chart, which is
yeah,
crazy to think about.
that's crazy.
Rudolph season, everybody, right? Rudolph
Yes, sir.
season? No?
Yes, sir.
Anybody? Oh man, they need to figure out their quarterback situation quick because it is
Yeah.
coming down to the wire. And if anything, they're going to draft at 21 a quarterback. If they go into the draft without Aaron Rodgers, they're going into it drafting a quarterback at 21.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but let's go into the last of notes, and I think you can have a little spiel on this one a little bit. But Joe Flacco signs a 1-year, $4 million deal with the Browns. He was a 2023 Comeback Player of the Year. Not only that, he led the Browns to a winning season. He led the Browns to the playoffs. And right now, the quarterback depth chart is Watson, Pickett, and Flacco. Gary, I'm going to restart my Wi-Fi, but I want to hear your take on.
Sure. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. The Browns quarterback room is combining for 2 Super Bowl rings. Don't think I would have ever been able to say that, but yeah, Kenny Pickett, I think is going to be the backup, and Deshaun will be the third string, which is just funny to think. But even if Deshaun was good, and we did want to have him be our quarterback, he's got that Achilles tear, so he's just got to be the third string for the year, I believe. But yeah, Joe Flacco, I'm so happy that we brought him back. I feel like we should have never let him go, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, you said it all. He led us to the playoffs when, from when we signed him to the end of the year, he led the league in passing yards and I believe completion percentage. Also probably led in picks, but hey, the first 2 are good. And we kind of got embarrassed in the playoffs, but at least it was fun to watch, man. Like Browns fans don't have a lot of that every year, so at least we have that going for us.
Yeah, and let me ask you this: if he obviously starts the season as the starter, but do you think he's on a short leash and Flacco comes in and he's the next guy there?
Well, I don't think Watson's going to start at all because currently he's dealing with the re-ruptured Achilles tear, and he's out for at least the start of the season. And they're saying that he'll probably miss the entire 25-6 season. So I don't think he's going to see the field at all. I think he's officially seen his last snap as a Brown, and I hope it's that way. To be honest with you.
I mean, it completely makes sense. Now, all right, so Flacco, you're expecting to be the starter, but now Flacco is the starter at week 1. Do they still draft Shedeur Sanders late in the first, early second?
Yeah, I mean, it makes total sense to me. I don't see why not. We have seen it multiple times where a guy just sits for a year and is able to flourish. We saw with Jordan Love. That's just the first name that popped in my mind. But I would like to see it happen with Shedeur. Would he be interested in doing that? Probably not. But I think people are kind of trying to pin this false narrative on Shedeur that if it's something that he doesn't want to do, then he's going to make this big spiel about it and try to get traded. I don't think that's going to happen. Again, I don't know if he'll like it. Probably won't, but I think he would go through with it if it were to happen, especially if we draft his teammate Travis Hunter at 2. You're going to tell me he's not going to want to play with his teammate from college? That's
Yeah.
just complete blasphemy. I'm not going to listen to that. So that's honestly the route that I hope they go. I hope they take Hunter at 2 and get Shedeur late in the first. I would absolutely love that. And I think that those two can be great for time to come.
Not only that, I mean, if you draft Travis Hunter and Shedeur gets drafted, but they don't start him week 1, I think he is going to be that team player. He's going to be like, listen, I'll be ready whenever the team calls my name. But until then, I respect their decision and go forward with how the team plays and operates.
Exactly.
Wow, that was such a great media response right there.
Yes, sir.
I guess you could say I'm media trained, right?
Right.
But no, I think I'm excited for Flacco. Like you said, I agree with you. He should have never been like they should have re-signed him. They should have got whatever it took to keep him. Honestly, if they kept him last year, they probably could have had a chance to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the thought of bringing Jameis in because I feel like they're kind of the same player, right? Like, obviously, Flacco's older, but you never know what you're gonna get with Jameis Winston. And at this point in the season, I guess, at this point in his career, I guess you could say you don't know what you're gonna get with Joe Flacco because he does, turn the ball over a lot. But they're both gonna throw for a ton of yards. But the thing that I liked about Flacco was the fact that he was cheaper than Jameis. I believe he got $2 to $3 million less when he went to Indy than Jameis Winston did coming to Cleveland. And Flacco, we just went to the playoffs with, and he knows the offense. So why break that up? I don't know. But I think, the Browns either noticed it or they listened to their fan base for the first time in forever and went out and got a guy that actually knows the Browns system. And don't be surprised if the Browns re-sign Amari Cooper. I know that was kind of a sticky situation because Amari Cooper didn't really want to be in Cleveland, but him and Joe Flacco had an unbelievable relationship and connection that I think that if there was some kind of culture turnaround, then Amari Cooper would probably be a part of it.
Yeah, and the fact that he's still a free agent, I mean, knowing him at this rate, he'd probably just take any deal.
Yeah.
To just try and be on a team and stay on a team and be able to compete.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Did you hear about Josh Johnson, the quarterback?
Yeah, where did he sign? Was it Arizona?
He just signed with Washington.
Washington, that's what it was. Okay.
I think he's gone. I think he's about almost halfway through the teams.
Yeah. I mean, he's been in the league for a while, but he changes teams every year. Former Brown. Was he ever a Patriot? I think he was, right?
He was never a Patriot.
Oh, really? I thought he was. Wow. Okay. Well, he was a Brown.
I thought he was. I thought maybe he might have signed, but you know what it could have been? It could have been he could have signed to the practice squad and never actually made the active roster. But he's been on 14 teams.
That's crazy.
14 teams. Yeah, I'm not gonna say which teams, but he is on the Commanders for the second time in his career.
Okay. Is that the first time he's repeating a team?
No, he repeated the Bengals. He repeated the Bengals in 2013 and then re-signed with them again in 2015.
Okay.
And then the same thing with the Ravens. Back in 2016, he was on that team, and then he obviously last 2 seasons were on the Ravens as well. But he has been on one team 4 different times.
Really?
Yep.
And that's one that you haven't named?
I have not named yet.
Was it the Niners?
It is the Niners.
Okay. I do remember
2012, 2014, 2020, and 2022.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember when he had to come in and play the Eagles, I think it was, right? Yeah. The playoffs.
It's just wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
Some other cool little facts of the day. Former head coaches that are now coordinators in 2025. Do you know one off the top of your head that was a former head coach that is a coordinator currently? He was a big name, I believe, for the Eagles at one point. I will say Chuck Pagano is one, but he did not. He was not an offensive coordinator starting this offense or defense this season.
Steichen?
Is Steichen one? I think that might have been last season as well. Let me tell you. Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly.
So I got that one.
Yeah. That's the one I thought you were gonna say. Chip
Honestly,
Kelly
did not graze my mind at all.
Yeah, I don't blame you. He's the OC right now, but remember what year? Just take a guess on the last time he was a head coach.
Was it with the Eagles?
No, it was actually not with the Eagles.
Well, then it's got to be like.
It is an NFC team.
I don't know. Let me just throw out like 2008.
No, my goodness, 2008.
I don't know. He's been around a while.
He has been. It was 2016, and this was a team we've already mentioned today 4 times.
4 times? The Niners?
Yeah, he was the last head coach.
I'll see.
His last head coaching stop was the 49ers in 2016.
Really? Wow, I didn't even remember that.
Yep. This is this guy is currently now back on the same team that he was an offensive coordinator for, but had a head coaching position in 2022 and 2023 before getting fired. Who has the Raiders had in recent years?
The Raiders?
The Raiders. Ah, shoot, I said it. Oh, no. But I didn't say the name. Yeah, 2022, 2023 Raiders. He's now the OC. This gives it away, but the New England Patriots.
Oh, it doesn't give it away. Oh, McDaniels?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
All right, this guy was the head coach for the Jets. This one should be easy. From 2021 to 2024. And he's back as a DC for his same team.
Saleh?
Yeah, Robert Saleh.
Really? He's a DC now? Huh.
He's always been a DC.
Wow.
He's a DC.
But I thought when they fired him, they just got rid of him.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he's a DC for the 49ers now.
Oh, I thought you said he was with.
Yeah, no. Okay. He was with the Jets as a head coach. Yeah,
I got you. Okay.
This one's gonna be tough, so I'm just gonna say his name, Matt Eberflus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know where he last head coached, 2022 to 2024 for the Bears. He is now the DC for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. See how that turns out.
Yeah, this guy is a former head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers from 2021 to 2023.
What's his name? Brandon Staley?
It is. Do you know what team he's now the defensive coordinator for?
The Vikings?
You are in the realm of the NFC. Not the North.
No,
Try the opposite. Try the opposite direction of North.
Let me say the. No,
we've mentioned the team already today.
Saints.
And the quarterback is in jeopardy of missing the whole season. The New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
2 more. This guy was the head coach of the Saints from 2022 to 2024. I think I had him projected as the first coach fired this year, but he was actually the second because Robert Saleh got fired.
Yeah. Totally blanking on his name right now. I'm not gonna lie.
He's got his first name starts with a D.
Dennis Allen. Yeah.
Yes.
That was bad.
Yes.
I completely blanked on his name.
Dennis Allen. His new position is defensive coordinator for the NFC North. Gary, hit it.
A defensive coordinator for the NFC North?
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn? He was. Now he's
the
head
team?
coach in charge. For
Dennis Allen.
Let me say the Lions.
No, but you mentioned Aaron Glenn. Where is he right now? He's on the Jets. The opposite guy that was on the Lions, who's
Mhm.
the OC, now is a head
Oh,
coach.
the Bears. The Bears.
There you go. And
Okay.
lastly, this one's gonna be tough to mention, but Steve Wilkes, he was
I have
last
no
head
idea
coach.
this.
Yeah, he only had one head coaching year, 2018, and that was with the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
You can see how well it's gone.
Yeah.
He's back in the NFL, and he is the defensive coordinator for a rival of mine in the AFC East.
The Bills.
Other team,
Dolphins.
last team.
Jets. You know,
He's,
I should have guessed the Jets when you immediately said this guy's a one-time head coach and has never been back. So I should.
I mean, pretty much that's
Yeah.
how it goes. No,
Yeah. I should have guessed they were out the bat.
that's some fun facts of the day. But let's get into what this show's all about. It's the
Yes,
fantasy
sir.
redraft mock draft. And before the show, Gary and we had Siri predict where our landing spots were. Gary unfortunately got the number 2 overall pick, which sucks because I wanted 1 or 2. I unfortunately have the back end of the draft. I have the 8th overall pick. This is a 10-team, 1 quarterback draft. Now, this is before the NFL draft. And not only that, it is before training camp. It is before the off-season workouts, OTAs. I mean, this is before everything.
Mhm.
So this is going to shake up a lot by the time we actually come down to August for redraft leagues. But I kind of want to take a look at this in August and see like the big comparison of what it was to what it will be. First round might be very similar, but as we go on to the middle rounds, late rounds, it's going to go up and down.
Mhm.
Are you ready, Gary? You ready to rock this thing?
Let's do it.
All right. Who do you think team 1, because it's auto picked? Who do you think is going to go first, Jamar or Saquon?
I'm gonna say I take Saquon.
I'm going to say Saquon. I'm going to say Saquon for the sake
that they probably won't do.
Yeah, I'm going for Saquon because I don't want you to get stuck with Saquon. Oh, you have both worlds. You have best of both worlds.
Okay. I mean, I have an embarrassment of riches here at the 2 pick. I think
Jettas, Barkley, Chase.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the guy that I think this guy should be unanimous number 1 overall by the time the seasons come around, and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I cannot complain to that.
Though I love Jamar Chase, but
Justin Jefferson falling to 6 is still criminal. Puka going ahead of him is absolutely wild.
I don't know.
Wild. Really?
Well, you see who he has as quarterback?
I mean, still, they just lost Cooper Kupp. I think a lot more threat will be on Cooper.
No, I'm saying Justin Jefferson. You see who he has as quarterback?
Yeah. I mean, okay. I mean, he's gonna throw darts to him 24/7. So
okay.
See, I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take a chance here, because I don't want to not get him when he comes back around to me. I'm gonna take Derrick Henry.
Wow. Okay.
I think he's still good.
Jameer, he's not better than Gibbs though. He's not.
I think it would have been nice if I got both, but I didn't want to take the chance of possibly losing out on him. I'm in this predicament where it's like,
dude,
Drake London.
Isn't it so wild that Brian Thomas Jr. is being selected as one of the top picks in the 2nd round?
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
But he was wide receiver 4. Don't get me wrong.
No, I'm saying like understandable, like it should be, but it's crazy to see like he was like one of the last picks of the draft last year, and now he's a top 2-round pick. Like it's crazy.
What he was drafted last year to what he's going to be drafted now, like I think that's the biggest stock market change
probably
player that we've seen from season to the following season.
Probably.
Jason is very, very high. I'm not going to be drafting Jason this high.
Yeah,
I'm going to take an easy pick on AJ Brown.
Okay.
I'm going to take it.
Oh.
Wow, Tyreek and Chase. Whew.
I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, I mean, is Tyreek falling off? I don't know, but for him to go at the back of the 2nd is like, I would have pulled the trigger. I would have taken him.
Not to mention Tyreek was going top 3 this past year.
Yeah, that's insane. But something
You got
else that is
JSN.
insane. Something else that is insane. I see a lot of depth at the wide receiver position. I'm actually going to wait to draft a wide receiver. I'm actually going to do something that I don't get to do a lot of the time. I'm going to do this
Ooh.
because
I was almost thinking that with Josh because you're gonna take.
if you are in this spot, this is very, very risky. But I can't pass up on it. I can't.
CMC. I knew it.
Can't
I
pass up
knew
on
it.
it, man. I can't.
Third round CMC from the consensus 101.
Insane.
I'm gonna take another running back here, but it's not gonna be Jonathan Taylor. I'm a big fan of Jonathan Taylor. I'm a big fan of Garrett Wilson. I do want to go with Garrett Wilson, but I wanted Terry McLaurin at this pick. Unfortunately, He's not here. I'm gonna take Chase Brown, the guy that was barely even drafted last year.
Look at the next best running back, though. I thought that's who you were going to take.
And that's exactly who I'm going to take in the back end.
And you know, it's just so unbelievable. Oh, my God. Please let me get him. Oh, my God. That's the easiest steal of my life at my
Kyron.
Are we serious?
So
he just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Kyron Williams just went RB13. What are we doing? Are we serious?
That's an RB2. That's an RB2 being drafted right there, who was an RB1 last year.
Wow. Okay.
Well, you're running the zero wide receivers here.
And I mean, at the moment, I'm okay with it. Like, just look at all the wide receivers. There's a lot of there's a ton of depth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to sound biased, but like, Judy is in a great spot. Like, he just had an unbelievable career year, and look how far down he is. And now he's got a guy that is a better Jameis Winston, in my opinion. Like, I would be totally fine with drafting Jerry Judy that low. But give me a guy who's the next best wide receiver right now. I think he is a stud when he's healthy, and if he can stay healthy, he'll be a great wide receiver.
Not a bad pick. Ah, man, I got sniped again. Not only with freaking Sutton. I wanted Sutton. That would be so nice. Joe Mixon's great here, but I don't know another running back. George Kittle's a good shout. Can we talk about how Travis Kelce isn't the tight end 1?
Or the tight end 4.
Or probably not even going to be tight end 5.
Yeah. Jesus, he's down to like 8, 9.
Yeah.
That's insane. Wow.
Could Vonta Smith with AJ Brown wouldn't be a bad one. Bad duo right there. Oh, this is tough. And now I'm just really going down just to see what my next options are. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take George Kittle.
Yeah.
I wasn't really wanting George Kittle here, but I think I'm just going to do that. And I'm still stuck on this situation. You know what? Should we do it? Oh, should we do it? Should we do it? We're not going to do it. But we're going to take another running back, Joe Mixon. Nice. We don't need no more running backs. I'm done with running backs.
Oh my God, bro. That's exactly what I wanted. Chris Godwin. Come on now.
I'll be honest.
He's healthy, dude.
I'll be honest. I was looking at Chris Godwin. I'm just nervous with his injury. And will he be able to stay consistent from last year? If he goes back to that at 6'9" turn, it's a steal. It's a smash steal.
Yeah.
Are you? I would say, are you going to pair him up with the duo Baker Mayfield? But you already have Josh Allen.
Yeah, and I mean, I was going to say I would just draft Baker as my backup quarterback, but look how far he's risen. Like last year, he was like you get him like the 12th round. Like now he's halfway up the draft. That's crazy. But I said I would love to draft a guy here in this spot, and I'm going to do it. I'm taking Jerry Jeudy. Like I said, fresh off a career year, and I think he's got a better version of Jameis Winston throwing him dots. Listen, could be primed for a big year.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. man, it's just Jonnu Smith. I'm sorry, Jonnu Smith is being drafted over Travis Kelce.
Yeah, and
Joe,
Mark Andrews, right?
I said that right. Jonnu Smith is being drafted over. Not only you said Mark Andrews, but also Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And bro, I didn't even see Ingram down there that low. Wow.
Yeah, Ingram's low too. This might be a little bit of a reach, but I'm gonna give me Cooper Cup.
Okay. Look at how
It,
far down Tyler Warren is.
yeah, this draft is interesting. My goodness. I mean, to see this to what it's going to be is just this is going to
Yeah.
be so shaken up. It's like it's going to
Yeah.
be a scramble. Can we also talk about Team 6 taking what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 wide receivers.
Yeah.
6 wide receivers and 1 running
That's
back and
crazy.
Kamara is the RB1 there. I just realized I'm on the clock. And that would help if I picked no.
It's all good.
Let's see. What am I looking at here? Wow, they're bad. You know what? I'm gonna take Roman Adunze. I'm hoping he gets a second year spark. I
Could be in a big
don't
spot.
I don't really have much
Keenan
faith,
Allen.
but in the 8th round, it's not bad. Not bad. Jalen Warren, your guy, got taken just before you. How do you feel?
Yeah, I didn't really have my eye on him, to be honest with you. Like, but one thing I'm noticing, which is crazy, is like ETN's down this far, and I've never been a fan of him, so I'm exuberant at the fact that he's down here this far. But like he was also a top 2, 3 round pick, and now he's fallen to the 9th. It's crazy.
It's
Um,
ETN was what, a second rounder?
yeah, like a middle of second, early third.
Yeah.
Damn. So wide receivers are kind of scary. Um, I mean, give me a guy that like could do good if it's a good role.
That's not a bad roll. Has Daniels gone? He went in the 3rd round. I figured
Dated.
he would have gone. I just didn't know what round he went. I low key like Jacoby Myers. He could be really good if he turns out to be the Justin Jefferson of the Raiders with Sam Darnold. Not saying he's a Justin Jefferson, but just how Darnold connected with Jefferson. If it was similar, Myers could have a breakout year.
Yeah, no, for sure. Another guy that could be in a prime position if him and his quarterback can have a good connection.
Oh, you sniped me.
I knew you were
Oh
looking at him.
no.
I knew it. I knew it.
No. Oh man. Oh, that's a good pick.
Had to do it.
I think I'm just gonna do it because why not? No, why not? Give me Bo Nix.
Okay.
QB1.
My tight ends get
QB1.
rattled off back to back. Okay. Huh.
Let's see. Who am I looking at here? They're all so bad. It's so bad. You know what? Give me Ricky Pearsall.
Okay.
Give me Pearsall for a breakout with Debo not on the team anymore. Javonte Williams. So bad.
Yeah, I mean that's the position that I have to go next because I just
Can we just also
rattled off
state the fact
5 wide
a running
receivers in a
back?
row.
Yeah, that's true. A running back that was drafted who finished 1 year as an RB4 is being drafted at 10-5 right now. Ramondre.
Crazy. You know what? Give me a guy that doesn't even have a home right now that
Ooh,
had a great year last year.
Keenan? Oh, JK.
No, I can't go with 6 wide receiver in a row. I mean, no. Why did he take Evan Ingram? You already have a tight end. Oh, these bots make absolutely no sense. Okay,
Oh,
well, I
it makes
see
you
a
feel
guy.
better. It makes you feel better. I
Yeah.
almost took Kelsey as my second tight end because why not?
Well, I see a guy way down the board that should not be way down there, so I'm gonna wait for that.
Okay.
How many more picks we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then let me just.
You got
Yeah,
Nick Chubb. He doesn't have a home.
just do that.
Oh, that's right. We have kicker and defense to take. Oh
Yes, we
no.
do.
And CJ Stroud was taken. I was just gonna take CJ Stroud.
Well, this is the backup quarterback round. It seems.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, give me Fairbairn as my top kicker. Probably could have gone Bass here too. Defense wise, could go with the Eagles, but they lost everyone.
What are these rankings for these defenses?
That they shouldn't even be a thing in fantasy anymore.
Well, no, I'm saying like Commanders are the top available defense.
Yeah, I mean, no.
The
Well,
Titans.
if you look at the projected points, it's the Eagles.
Oh, I
You think
see.
about it.
Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos defense. They had a killer defense last year.
They did. Um. hmm. I mean, I guess.
Oh, this is crazy. This is really crazy. We're gonna look back at this draft and
Yeah.
laugh. We're gonna laugh. Blake Corum. He might not even be. He might not even be drafted in these when we
Yeah.
go back to August.
Okay, I'm gonna circle back. I need another running back. Ooh. Ooh. I like that.
And that's a
That.
Judkins. That's a Judkins actually finds a
You know,
home that he can thrive in.
I was actually going to take in Jerome Ford because at the moment he's our only running back in that running back room. So it would have made sense to take him there. But okay, so we need a tight end, defense, and one more.
He could take Amari Cooper, who doesn't have a home.
No, I'll take my defense right here. I'm going to go this defense because I think once they get their guy back, they're going to be unbelievable.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Do I want to take a chance on a guy that did okay? You know, I got to double down on my other quarterback, Drake May. Got to double down.
What's it?
Uh,
Never mind. Sorry.
no.
That's a
What
great
were you
pick.
saying?
That's a great pick. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah, right. Let me take the wide receiver one in fantasy this year. That's a rookie, Mika Ibuka. How do you feel?
Let me follow up with that and just go there.
I was hoping you wouldn't go with him because I was going to pick him at the end again.
Well,
Oh man,
I'm going to take a guy that's currently being drafted. Let's see, how many tight ends have been drafted so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I'm going
11,
to take a
12,
Loveland,
13,
Hurts.
and then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Currently being drafted as tight end 25. Get on.
Oh my goodness.
Are we serious? Are we serious? That's terrible. That's actually horrible.
Wow. Should I take it my third quarterback in JJ McCarthy just to prove people that I'm a McCarthy
At what?
believer?
That's a terrible pick.
That's a great pick. Thank you very much.
Right.
I was having Marvin as a breakout last year. I just don't know. Maybe this year's his breakout year. Maybe.
Who is it?
But Marvin Mims.
Oh, right. The guy that you said was gonna catch 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah, I did.
That was hilarious.
Give me the number one wide receiver that's being drafted this year. Terry McMillan.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, it's actually not not too bad. Not
I
too
mean,
bad.
there are definitely some crazy things. Like I just saw Kate Otten sitting there, and I'm like, he should not be this low. Um, and who else? Like, I mean, obviously, guys like all the rookies once they find a home, like they're gonna be in drastically different spots probably. Um, and then as much as I love them, I think JSN just is too high. I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that JSN is being drafted early third round, like before Terry McLaurin, before Garrett Wilson, I mean, even before some running backs like Chase Brown, Bucky Irvin, Josh
I mean,
Jacobs.
Mike Evans is in the middle of fourth. Like, I
He's
mean,
always so low.
I
It
know
is
he
every
is.
year,
I'm so
every
happy I
year.
drafted him last year because he just manages to go off.
Honestly, the team number 9 is drafting as if it's like 2020
Yeah, yeah.
or
JT,
2020,
Olave Waddle.
2021.
Yeah,
Travis
Aaron
Kelsey.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's actually crazy. Um, Based on these teams, honestly, I like my team. It's just tough to say if I like anyone else's, like clear cut
Well,
over mine, because of
I
the fact
mean,
the running backs are the main issue.
well, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. I want to say I think mine is by far like unbelievably great, but the thing is, like, I don't know if
Yeah.
CMC is gonna stay healthy because if he does, I mean, that's as good as you can get as a running back trio. I mean,
Mm,
Kyron Williams is not going to be, or he shouldn't be, at the back end of the fourth round. I mean, that's just criminal. That should not. He should not be going there. He should be going like middle of the second. Like let's be completely honest with
yeah.
ourselves. He was running back 6 last year. They just lost Cooper Cup, so touches are going to go somewhere else. And I think I thought he was going to be. Um, I thought he was in store for an explosion last year, and I mean, I thought he was going to be better than he did, but he still finished RB6, and he was great. So I think he's going to do it again.
I think your issue is you're relying on Barkley and Williams more, and if Christian McCaffrey doesn't produce,
Well,
and Dobbins and Judkins don't end up having a starting role, your bye weeks, or even like if one player is not doing good, like you're going to rely on CMC if Williams isn't doing good. But if CMC also isn't doing good, then your RB2 is realistically like in doubt.
well, I don't think so because let's be completely honest with ourselves. If Christian McCaffrey's healthy, he's top
Oh,
three pick in
100%.
fantasy.
If
So I'm saying
CMC,
if he's healthy, then I
oh
have
yeah,
no holes in that running back room. Like, and obviously I
no,
waited forever for my wide receivers, but I think for the depth that I have, I'm happy with it.
no, honestly, if CMC ends up turning out to be what he was, you could have two RB1s.
Yeah,
Kyron Williams is another RB1 that's in your flex every
a
week.
lower a
And
low end
then
RB1. Yeah, he's in my flex, right? Exactly.
yeah, and then you have two wide receivers that you need. All these wide receivers have produced wide receiver one numbers in the past. It's just
Right.
which week will they show up?
Yeah,
And then
for
Cade
sure.
Otton, he's a low end tight end one right now,
Yeah,
but realistically a steal in the last round.
yeah. I can't believe he's being drafted. I mean, and to be honest with you, he wouldn't have gotten drafted on this board if I didn't take him.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
insane.
mean
It's absolutely
that's
insane.
any other big names that we can't see. We can't see what others
Nah.
were available, but I was going to see some other ones maybe that were available that weren't drafted. But it's just it is a wild draft.
I
Mika
mean, yeah,
and McMillan and Hunter, by the way, these three guys
hmm,
are going to jump up. They're going to jump to
yeah,
like middle
right.
rounds.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest with you, where do we see you drafted Gene T in what, early fourth?
Yeah, which is
Like
wild.
I could see him being drafted late second, like to be completely honest with you.
It depends on his team. Like right now, fourth is
Yeah, right,
reasonable.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like where he goes, he could be a early to end second rounder. Like he just could be a second round pick. Like, and I wouldn't
He,
I wouldn't oppose it. I think he could be better than Devon A. Chain, like 100%.
And I agree. I think he could rise up to either that RB5 role or, like you said, at least be in between, sandwich between A-Chain and McCaffrey.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, what a draft.
It was fun. I had fun with it.
I think the craziest thing was just seeing how different it has changed from last year.
Yeah, for sure.
You like your team? What would you? Let's do it. Keith and I did this before, and let's keep the tradition going. If you had to grade my team, how would you grade it?
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I think the only problem I realistically have, because obviously you're the same way, you have great running backs. I think Bo Nix is a good dynasty or a good fantasy player, especially considering the fact that he's got Evan Ingram. I mean, and if they draft a wide receiver too, they're a team that could sneakily like maybe draft Egbuka. I think he could be in store for another great season. I think just the wide receivers are my big thing. Like, I don't think Cooper Kupp's going to work out. I know you said you're iffy on Odunze. I also am, but I honestly have hope for Odunze because I don't think Keenan Allen's going to be there. That's my only issue, but I love the rest of this team. I believe Kittle was 7-2 last year. I'm going to grade it B+.
Really?
B+, A-. Yeah.
I was expecting you to grade it like a B, B-.
No, I'll say B+, A- for sure.
For you, your quarterbacks and running backs are there. I mean, no doubt about it. Your wide receivers are there, but a lot of question marks between all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end looking great. I'd probably grade yours an A-.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I think it's a solid team, especially if they all stay healthy. But if Christian
Right.
McCaffrey does go down, I hate to break it to you, you jump down to a B-.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely possible. But, like, also, I wouldn't even think of it being, like, the worst thing in the world because then I have Kyron Williams as my RB2. And I would have to throw in,
your backups are going to be iffy.
I'd have to throw in last year's wide receiver 12 in PPR at my flex. God, that sucks. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Jerry Jeudy. Or if Debo breaks out with the Commanders. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the versatility on this team. And if I drafted this team in fantasy, I would be gloating about it forever. To be honest,
honestly, I would too. If I was where you were, you wouldn't believe the team that I screenshotted.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I might have to post on TikTok, see what people's thoughts are on it. What's
Sure.
your thoughts? But anyways, that's going to do it for this week's show. It's another great week. We had a great one. It was the Fantasy Redraft Mock Draft. Only one quarterback, PPR league. Maybe we'll do a super flex in our next upcoming shows. Seems like this one was a lot of fun, and might as well see how the quarterbacks pan out in the super flex side of things. But again, we might see this and look at it in August and see what happens in redraft. Maybe we'll even do like a dynasty startup type of way, how we pan that out. Yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it here on this week's show. If you haven't done so already, use that code SportsTimeHQ on Underdog Fantasy. They're going to match your first deposit up to $1,000. Again, use that code SportsTimeHQ on Underdog Fantasy, matching your first deposit up to $1,000. And go get yourself a trophy, ring, or belt. TrophySmack.com/SportsTimeHQ. I'm joined by my great co-host, Gary. Go follow him all over social media at GDPicks. And I am your host, Fernando. Join us and follow us all over social media at SportsTimeHQ. Our show is live every single Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and on Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to do it for this week's show, and we'll see you all on Wednesday.